Grand Rising, my lovely butterflies. This is the Awakened Butterfly. I am back with another video. If this is your first time coming across my channel, please stay for the entire video. If you enjoy the content, please don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel. I hope everyone is having a great morning. I hope everyone's continuing to take care of themselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. I feel very delighted to present this video to you guys this morning. I love you guys so much. To all of my day one butterflies and to all of my new butterflies, thank you so much for all of your lovely comments and all of your support that you've been giving me on my videos. It is greatly appreciated. As you can tell by the title, this is a butterfly rant, except it's not a Wednesday butterfly rant. It's a Thursday butterfly rant. And today, guys, I'll just be talking to you about various things that's been on my mind that I've been wanting to discuss with my butterflies. And I've been doing more topic-based videos instead of more, freestyle videos where I don't do any research. I just talk to you guys about how I'm feeling. In today's video, guys, I want to talk about being mistreated and how it makes us feel. I also want to talk about how we deal with being mistreated as God-fearing people. Guys, when someone treats you bad, when you know you've been genuine to them, when you know you've been nothing but nice, you show them nothing but love. When someone treats you bad, it makes you begin to question yourself because you wonder, what's wrong with me? Why am I being treated this way by this person? What have I done to deserve this? And the reason why you analyze it so bad, not just because it hurt you, but who it is that hurt you. Who's hurting you? Because it seems nowadays that the people that are closest to you are hurting and betraying you. The reason why this is happening is because there's something that took place from your childhood that hadn't been addressed. Meaning, there's a lot of us that has been putting up with mistreatment from people since we could remember. Letting people run over us, letting people lead us in the wrong direction, forgiving people that blatantly disrespect us, all because we feel that we have to. We feel that that's how we're supposed to forgive. Not knowing that what we're doing is creating a huge space for further betrayal and disrespect. It seems that nowadays people have no respect for each other. They say mean things to each other. They betray each other. And they hold no remorse for it. Usually people would at least try and pretend to be remorseful about their actions. But now it's just nothing. It seems that people are making more excuses, justifying their actions more than being accountable for them. People are being downright rude, guys. I mean, blatantly. Not thinking about what they say before they say it, not thinking about what they do before they do it. And not knowing what they're doing to people as a result of. What I'm about to say, if this resonates with you, put a butterfly emoji down in the comment section, please. Since you were young, you were bullied in school. You took things from family members that you didn't realize was bullying until you got old enough to realize it was bullying. And then when you engaged in friendships and relationships with people as you became older, you realized that you were always betrayed. That the people that you chose to let into your life didn't have the same genuine heart as you, didn't even have the same motives as you as far as being a good friend, partner, even family member. Right now, I want to talk about family because they're the ones that I feel get away with the most due to their position in our lives. Your family is your blood. You share a strong history with them. I mean, for heaven's sake, you share the same DNA. And with all that being said, those would be the last ones that you would feel would mistreat you the most. It seems that you were the one that people felt they could cross boundaries with for some reason. You even began to compare yourself to other people. Like, well, they don't do this to them, but they always do it to me. I wonder why. You're not realizing that you're allowing them to do it. By not standing up for yourself, it's allowing them to further disrespect you. And when I mean disrespect, I'm using it in terms as a form of mistreatment. Because disrespecting somebody is a form of mistreating them. And you can disrespect people in several ways. You can disrespect the person by putting them down, making jokes about serious things that they've gone through in their lives, talking to them in a disrespectful manner, using foul language towards them, calling them out of their name, yelling at them, destroying their things. All of these things are forms of disrespect. But it seems that when it comes to family, when we're dealing with the narcissistic type of family members, they find a way to do it without making it seem like that's what they're actually doing. As you reflect back on your life, you realize that you took a lot. And not just from family members, from other people. And then you realize this is why I feel the way that I do. And what I mean by feeling the way that you do, it seems that now that you're setting boundaries, you're starting to feel like you're being mean. People may even say to you that you're being mean, asking you what's wrong with you. Why are you acting the way that you're acting? You're being weird. You're even starting to say the same thing about yourself. And it's bringing you to have these conversations with God because you're starting to feel guilty about some things. Not letting people talk to you any kind of way anymore. Not letting people invade your personal space anymore. You know, standing up for yourself, speaking your truth. The Most High may have begun to show you some things from your past. And the things that He showed you, you didn't think about it then when you were going through it. But now you see it in a different light because it's resonating with everything that you've gone through. It all leads up to this point. And then that's when you begin to come to terms with your own truth. When you start to realize that you really are a good person and you really are a loving person. And that a lot of the people that you have been spending your time with don't share that same love with you. It's hard for a lot of us to come to terms with the fact that a lot of the people that we love and care about the most don't feel the same way that we do. Family does not have to be blood related. It's whoever plays the part. Anyone that you share a strong, loving connection with and you spent time with, you're bound at some point to consider them your family. So I just wanted to put that out there. The reason people mistreat you is to hold a sense of power in a certain image, especially when it comes to certain people. They want to hold a certain image in front of certain people. And it's usually people that act the same way that they're acting. Many of those people are probably the reason why they're acting the way they're acting. And it just makes you wonder, why do people act the way that they do? Why do they do a lot of the evil things that they do? Why do they say a lot of the things that they say? Well, when you think about a bully, what is the main motive of a bully's actions? It's to gain control. And that control that they gain is stemmed from them being disrespectful and violent towards someone else. And when they do this, it gives them a strong sense of power over someone. And this usually comes from something that stemmed from their childhood. It makes them feel like someone owes them something, like they hold some type of, it's like they hold some type of entitlement. And when you don't act the way that they want you to, or don't agree with them, you don't become a yes person, they become very angry with you. And this is because they want the control. And Satan uses this to keep a lot of people indoctrinated, especially when it comes to people that they love, to make them feel that they have to put up with whatever treatment that they're receiving from this person. Many excuses will present themselves regarding this person's actions, and they will make sure of it. But when it comes to you, you're walking on eggshells because you feel like everything that you do, expressing yourself, even to the point of just being you, irritates this person or these people. You've realized your whole life you've tried to please everyone, from family to teachers to co-workers to friends to partners, everyone, because you just want everyone to be happy. When in reality, these people just want to control you. They want to have a say-so over your life because they're not happy with their own. Deep down, I don't care how much money a person has, how many cars a person has, how many clothes, whatever. It doesn't mean that they're always happy. And these, people may have always compared themselves to you. You have even compared yourselves to them. Especially if you have less than them. Or it could be the other way around. They could be jealous of you because they feel that you've accomplished more than them in their lifetime. But you're not the jealous one. You are the type that would even assist these people in anything that they needed help with. Very giving, very loving, very understanding. I want you to know that God bless you with a great heart, but He doesn't want you to be used as a doormat. He does not want you to let people walk all over you, try and control your life. Because I'm here to tell you, if you give people control of your life, they will most certainly take it. There are some people out there who would love to take control over someone else's life and tell them what to do and treat them however they feel they want to. Setting boundaries is very, very, very important. If you don't set boundaries, people will never respect you. Never. Being a nice yes person will get you nowhere. It most certainly won't get you respect from others. You have to set boundaries. And this is with everyone. You can't let anyone mistreat you. there's a way to deal with certain people. You know, I've been hearing the word silence a lot. And I think that what the Most High is trying to tell us is forgive, set boundaries, but don't be revengeful. Don't feel like you have to get revenge from anyone based on how they've treated you. Just leave it alone. Forgive them, leave them alone, leave the situation alone, and pray about it. And let the Most High handle it. And the Bible verse that the Most High led me to today is Ephesians chapter 3, verse 16. It says that he would grant you according to the riches of his glory to be strengthened with might by his spirit in the inner man. And what this means is the Lord blessed us with inner power and strength through his grace and mercy. And we must use that power to keep a righteous connection with God and to keep a positive hold on our lives. Because there's so many people out there that would love to manipulate and hurt someone. That Bible verse is letting you know that you can get through anything with strong faith in God. That's where our power comes from. It comes from our faith. And don't feel like you have to put up with any mistreatment from anyone, because our faith in God will lead us. He's always there with us. His power is within us. No one else can hold any power over us because we hold the power of God within. And that's why we have to trust in God no matter what we go through. I don't care what it is, guys. I don't care if you're going broke, if you lose your job, if your relationship goes bad with friends, family, your partner. I don't care. We have to remain faith in God no matter what. We have to pray all the time. Good times, bad times, all the time. No matter what. The Most High also sent a message to me through a video that I saw. And the message that I got out of it was trust the journey. And that's what I saw in my head. It said trust the journey. And this is a message to let us know that we have to stay humble. God doesn't want us to be so caught up in chasing our goals, chasing our dreams, paying attention to the billion distractions on earth, that we miss the journey, that we miss the message in the journey that he's taking us through. He wants us to stay humble. He wants us to stay accountable. And he also wants us to be a living testimony and let people know what he has done for us in our life. Chasing money, chasing popularity, chasing love, all of the things that we get wrapped up in as, humans on this earth. We have to always put God first, because the very second we slightly stray away, the slight crack in the surface of our relationship with God that's open, the enemy will try and slide in and distract us heavily. He will have us getting mad about things that we shouldn't be mad about. He would have us thinking about things that we shouldn't be thinking about. And he will also have you feeling stuck, have you feeling sad, have you feeling afraid, anxiety, feeling like you can't move on from a situation. That is not true. Keep your faith, keep your relationship with God no matter what you're going through. The Lord never said you had to be perfect, because no one's perfect but Him. He wants us to come to Him anytime, whatever we're going through. And when people treat you bad, don't feel like you have to take it. Don't feel like you have to react violently to the mistreatment. Just set boundaries where they can't do it again. That's what hurts a demon the most, when you cut it off. And I'm not calling these people demons, but I'm calling the spirit that's operating through them demonic, which makes them inhabitants of a demonic spirit. Because nowadays there's people being mean for no reason, and they don't feel bad about it. There's so many people operating off of the narcissistic spirit, it's not even funny. And the Lord doesn't want us to react violently, because that's what they want you to do. They want to have a reason for you to do something to them, or so they can try and do something to you, or try and get you prosecuted. And that's why you have to know when to cut people off. When you see people treating you badly, just go ahead and cut them off. Go ahead and set that boundary. I don't care who it is. Don't be afraid. You don't have to deal with it. I don't know who this message is for, but I promise you the Lord led me to deliver this message. I don't know who it's for, but you don't have to deal with mistreatment. Set boundaries. Trust the journey that you're going through. Trust the journey and keep the faith. Trust in the Lord no matter what. Don't stray away from Him. Please, guys, don't stray away. Because He is the only way. I see so many videos, and I come across so many people that are upset from something that someone has done to them. And it's really unbelievable the degree of how angry someone could get to do some of the things that I've seen that has been done. It's the degree that things are being taken to these days. It's just ridiculous. Everything. It's just everything, guys. I've just felt so frustrated at times with the way certain things are going. And it just lets me know that many things are coming from a spiritual sense, and many things are being ignored. Many people are getting away with things that they've gotten away with so long that if it was even addressed, they probably wouldn't even understand why. One thing that my father always told me when I was younger, that people know what they do. No matter how much they deny it, no matter how nonchalant they are, when you bring up the subject, they know what they do. So what you have to do is decide if you can tolerate that or not. If that's the way you want to be treated. We have to love ourselves. There's nothing wrong with loving yourself. The Most High wants you to love others, but He wants you to love yourself as well. And loving yourself allows you to know who to give your love to. Everyone is not deserving of you. I want people to know that as a child of God, He does want you to be loving and forgiving. He does not want, what He does not want you to do is spread yourself thin to energy vampires. He wants you to love yourself. Loving yourself is loving others. Because when you don't love yourself, you allow people to treat you so bad to the point where honestly you feel like you almost hate them. And hate is a strong word. I really don't like using that word. But that's what happens when you sweep things under the rug and let people mistreat you and you don't address the situation. Sometimes people are so used to getting away with things, they don't know, they may not even be aware of what they're doing, and you have to let them know. Don't ever be afraid to speak up. And speaking of speaking up, I want to talk a little bit about telling the truth, because it seems that now when you tell the truth, well, it's probably been like this forever, but especially now, it seems that when you speak out and tell the truth about something, you're the worst person in the world. It's like people are like, oh, how dare you tell the truth? How dare you shed light on this situation? It's like everyone's trying to keep everything in the dark, like, like hush, hush, secret, And those things that are being covered up are usually evil things that need to be spoke on. Guys, I looked up the definition of telling the truth. I just wanted to see what it said. And this is what it says. It says, you say to tell you the truth, or truth to tell, in order to indicate that you are telling someone something in an open and honest way without trying to hide anything. Just that definition alone, compared to the way the world is operating right now, lets me know why a lot of people are offended by the truth. Because many are wanting to operate in sneaky ways because they know that they're doing deceitful things. And when you tell the truth, when you're being open and honest, there's nothing to hide. Everything is being laid out on the table. And many are not willing to lay everything out on the table because it may compromise some things that they have going on in their lives. So when they meet a person like you, someone who's willing to tell the truth and stand up, you become a threat to them. They're not happy when you come around because they feel like out of all of that truth telling, one day you're going to see something in them and you're going to tell the truth. You're going to expose them to everyone. The dark secret that they're trying to hide, that deceitful mindset that they cover up with love bombing and manipulation in order to control their environment. They're afraid that you're going to ruin that for them. They have everyone else fooled, but not you. You can see right through the shenanigans, and it upsets them. It upsets them horribly. There's a lot of selfish people in the world, and they want everything their way. They want to have their cake and eat it too. And they will go as far as to manipulate, eliminate, bully, and do all other deceitful things in order to have control, to have things going their way, to satisfy them, to make them feel happy. It's all about them. No matter the pain, the betrayal, no matter what they bring to anyone else, as long as they have their way. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. I had to go and check and see if someone was at my door because my fur baby was barking. I am back. Yeah, guys, where was I? I was talking about standing in your truth and how when you do tell the truth, it does intimidate other people. Well, don't care about that. Don't care about how people feel when you speak the truth. Don't be afraid to speak your opinion about something that you feel strongly about. It's not that you're coming in a disrespectful manner, because you are a good person. You know how to present yourself. You know how to place your words in order to come in a respectful way. But some things need to be discussed. And it's those things that make people feel uncomfortable that need to be discussed. Whether it's in your relationship, whether it's with family, whether even if it's something you're going through at work. If you're experiencing workplace mobbing and you feel that you can't perform your job because you're being heavily gang stalked by your coworkers, even supervisors, managers, whatever, don't be afraid to go over anyone's head to get your respect, to take your power back. See, there's a godly way of gaining power and there's a demonic way of gaining power. Bullying, harassing, being violent, things like that, being manipulative, those are the demonic ways of gaining power. Being loving, forgiving, using the word of God, being obedient to God, trying to live a righteous life, speaking the truth, standing up for what's right. That's the godly way of gaining power. And not power over anyone, just gaining the strong power of God within. And it sheds light to everyone else. Don't be afraid to do that. Be the one that stands out. If you're in a room full of people that are afraid to speak out, then be the one that had the courage to do so. You know, I think about a lot of the videos that I present, and it lets me know that there's a lot of iniquity going on in the world and how discernment is very important. And I'm always speaking on discernment. And having discernment is knowing when and how to move with certain people, because everyone doesn't have your best interest at heart. It's God giving you a radar to detect evil. And when that radar goes off and the person that it's targeted on is someone that you don't want it to be, you cannot disregard that. You have to take it into consideration in order to protect you. It's a gift that the Most High has given you in order to protect you, because He doesn't want you to be harmed. He has a purpose for you. He wants to keep you here. But if you're dealing with demonic energies, knowing that their ruler is set out to steal, kill, and destroy, and he's sending them out to help him accomplish that goal, you have to be very careful. You cannot just deal with anyone. This is a spiritual warfare. The closer you get to God, He will reveal some things to you. He will show you some things. We all have eyes, but everyone doesn't have the same pair. It's like the movie They Live. When he put the glasses on and he saw things for what they really were. God will show you things for what they really are. It's for a reason. It's to protect you. Guys, I'm telling you this because it took me a long time to realize this. I had to get stung many times before I understood that certain people didn't have my best interest, because I was so busy figuring out, trying to change me, thinking it was me when it really wasn't. That this is just how this person is, and they're treating me the way that I'm allowing them to treat me. I'm too easygoing. I have to set boundaries. And once I began to set boundaries, I realized I had fewer and fewer people around me, including family members. There's certain people that has bullied you your whole life. And when you put a stop to the bullying, they try and make you feel bad about it. This is not because they want to mend things with you. This is because they want you to continue to come around so they can continue to treat you the same way. Yes, God is a loving God. He's a forgiving God. He loves us. But He's also, as much as He's a God of peace, He's also a God of war. He does not like evil. And He does not want you to like evil. And He did not put a stamp on certain people when it came to who's capable of being evil and who's not. Meaning that, yes, it may be some people that you're close to that may just be downright evil. You have to come to terms with it. You have to come to terms with it. God may show you some things about this person that may connect with something from the past to the future. It's like a puzzle. It's like, and now you finally filled in the piece. It kind of stings in your heart once the picture comes to. Once you see everything, see the big picture, see everything for what it is. Like, wow, this person really did not love me. Think about love and what love really means. And think about how people has treated you in your life. I don't care who it is. And guys, I'm not making this video to put negative thoughts into someone's mind, to be mean or anything like that. I want to shed light on something, that a lot of us are uncomfortable with talking about. And it's the way that certain people treat us that we ignore it. There's certain, what's crazy? There's even certain people that we tolerate it from and people that we don't tolerate it from. Now let's think about the people that you don't tolerate it from first. What's your relationship with them? Do you respect this person? Do you love this person? Do they mean something to you? Okay, now think about the person that you do tolerate it from. Do you love this person? Does this person mean a lot to you? Do you care about this person? Okay. Think about how the person that you don't tolerate things from, think about how they've treated you over the years. Okay, and then think about how the person that you do tolerate it from, think about how they treat you. I guarantee you that the person that you do tolerate the treatment from, they've served as a bully in your life in some sort of way. Whether it was slightly aggressive or, aggressive. Because some people they bully you in different ways. They do it in a way to where you don't realize it's bullying. And you don't realize that they're controlling you. Because they're manipulating you in a way that you won't think that's what it is, so they can continue to get away with it, if you know what I mean. And it seems like with those type of people, the only way you would get an angry reaction out of is when you're no longer a yes person for them, when you're no longer agreeing with everything that they say and do. That's when you begin to see another side of them. Now with an aggressive, they're more of the bully. They're the ones that, they're controlling you with violence, more violence instead of manipulation. There's manipulation there too, but it's more, threatening, yelling, even some people physical abuse. It just depends on the type of person that they're dealing with. And also what they've dealt with in their lives. Because a lot of these, people's actions stems from their childhood. Things that were never addressed. People look, a lot of times people look over things. They feel that when they look over it, it would keep things at peace, not knowing that they're feeding the monster by not addressing the situation. Sweeping things under the rug. It's only making things worse. It only makes things worse. And we've all experienced it. Everyone's had that bully in their life, whether it was in school or even as an adult, from workplace mobbing. It could even be someone in your family that you've let them get away with so much that it only gets worse instead of better. You're thinking at first, okay, let me just give this person what they want. Let me just go along with it, and then they'll leave me alone. and they come off so aggressive, you don't want to say anything because you don't want a problem. Not that you're afraid of the person, you just don't want a problem. Many people, some people are afraid of certain people, depends on how they present themselves, how violent or aggressive this person may be. Many are not afraid and they just don't like confrontation. And I'm one of those type of people. I'm not afraid. I just don't like confrontation because I know that it's not going to get me anywhere and it's not going to get them anywhere. It's just going to make things worse. But I had to realize over the years that me you you can address a situation without being confrontational. And if you don't address a situation, it's bound to get worse. And it usually does. And you can see it as you look at the person's behavior, how they're treating you. You see them begin to treat you worse and worse. You start to see them crossing boundaries that you didn't think that they would cross. Because you're thinking, I'm being so respectful towards them. They're not going to do anything harmful. They're only going to respect me because I'm being so nice and respectful towards them. Everyone doesn't think that way. Everyone does not think that way, guys. And there are some adult bullies out here as well. There are some people and it seems that a lot of the people in the world now that are very angry with the truth, they're bullies. They're mad at other people's opinions about things that they feel strongly about. They're mad when people shed light on things that they would rather ignore because they want to see it in another way. Not knowing that you cannot control other people's thoughts and opinions. You can either respect it or disregard it, but you can't do anything about it. People's thoughts are their thoughts. Their opinions are their opinions. Their truth is even their truth. Now, this doesn't give people the right to go around and spread rumors and lies about people. No, not in that way, guys. But as you look around, you see that the demand for control is at an all-time high. You see how people are being persecuted every day for telling the truth. And the things that they're shedding light on are wicked things that people are mad about being exposed for. It's really crazy. It's like people are more mad about being exposed for their wickedness than being upset with themselves for being so evil and deceitful. There's some mean people out here, and it's some, everybody's, a lot of times everybody's so selfish, just caring about themselves. It's okay to be self-love, to have self-love. You're supposed to love yourself. But the Most High also wants you to have love for others. And it seems that people are possessing narcissistic traits and personalities, and they're showing love to the wrong people. The people that have genuine love for them, they don't desire to have anything to do with them, really, unless it's for their own selfish reasons, unless they want to use them for something, unless there's some sort of convenience involved. The people that they show their genuine love to, those people don't like them. And this is from experience. I've seen it happen plenty of times. And not just with me, with other people. And I talked to God about it. And I say, why are these people showing love to these? It's just, I talk to the Lord about that a lot. And I realized that they're only chasing love from those people because they see themselves in those people. The same way that they treat people are the same ways that those people treat people. And they're, even though they mistreat the people that love them, they're still seeking love from someone else. And the people that they don't share that genuine love from, they mistreat them because they're not the people that they really want to receive love from. That's what I've been seeing lately, guys. Just honestly, it really is. That's, I don't know. It's crazy. You know, some of the some of the videos that I make are about things that I've experienced in my life. I've had experiences with MK Ultra. I've had experiences with gang stalking. I've had experiences with workplace mobbing. And throughout all of those experiences, I realized that they had to happen in order to lead me to this point. And that's why I want you guys to keep faith no matter what you go through, because you're going through it for a reason. It's all leading up to something involving God's plan. We don't know God's plan for us. That's why we have to trust the journey and live for the moment. Don't be so caught up in your future that you're not enjoying your life in the present moment, because each day, good or bad, is a blessing and a gift from God, and it serves as an opportunity to go at it again. Each day in our life is an important day because it is a part of our lives. And, each day is an opportunity to make things right with God. It's a chance to forgive others. It's a chance to forgive ourselves. It's a chance to love ourselves. It's a chance to love others. It's also chances to heal and to create. It's also a chance to spread the word of God, to let everyone know what He's done in your life, to let everyone know about His love, grace, and mercy. And life is beautiful, guys. It really is. I said all of that to say this. Regardless of how people treat you, regardless of what you have gone through in your life, regardless of what you're going through in your life, keep faith in God. Know that the power of God lives within us. And we can do anything through Christ who strengthens us. Also know that life is beautiful. And once we stop creating our own perception of God's blessings, grace, and mercy, we will become less entitled and disappointed, and more happy and grateful for the things God is already doing for us. Instead of waiting for what He hasn't done yet. And once we look around and live for the moment, we will realize a lot of the things that we've prayed for, He's already given to us. And never compare your life to anyone else's, because you never know what that person is going through behind closed doors. Everyone's journey is different, and we all have personal things that we go through that people don't know about. So we should never try and label ourselves higher than anyone else. We're all children of God. We're all on this journey called life. We're all learning every day, no matter how old or young we are. And we're all trying to, at the end of the day, we're all on a mission to seek God, whether we know it or not, whether we've reached that point or not. Don't get so wrapped up in the way that people treat you and what they think about you that it stops your journey. Because what they think about you and how they treat you does not determine who you are or where you're going in your walk with the Messiah. Don't ever let the way a person treat you dictate how you see yourself. Don't ever let it throw a delusion in your perception of you. Always think highly of yourself. Always love yourself, no matter what, no matter what you have, what you don't have. Always love you, because you are a special person. You're a beautiful person. God made you. You're here for a reason. Love yourself enough to not let people mistreat you. Set boundaries. Don't let them stop you. I know that this message is for someone because I feel it. Someone is being heavily persecuted and mistreated. And I'm here to let you know the Lord has his hands on you. Keep faith in him. Keep a smile on your face. He's going to handle it. He is going to handle your situation. The more faith we have in God and the more obedient we are, the stronger the Holy Spirit presents itself in our lives. God is here. He's just waiting for us to invite him in. He's been here with his angels protecting us, watching over us, and guiding us the whole time. So never get discouraged on your journey. Never. Never get discouraged, guys. And if you do, pray and ask God to strengthen your faith. Never feel like you were a mistake, you shouldn't have been here, or, you failed on your journey and everything is... No, it's not true. That's what the enemy wants you to think. Everything is in accordance to God's plan, and he does not make a mistake. I heard this morning, guys, when I was talking to the Most High, I heard him say, everything happens for a reason. Bad things happen for a reason. If it's something that hurt you, that someone did to you, or something you found out about someone that hurt you, just know it may hurt now, but you're going to feel better later because you've healed. You're going to heal, and the Lord shed truth and light on that situation, and now you can heal and move on from it, and you won't feel that pain again, because a lot of your pain was coming from that situation. That's why the Lord showed you. It could be anything. If there's anything that you've gone through lately that the Lord has shed light on, some things you probably wish that he wouldn't have showed you, but you only feel like that for that present moment. You heal and feel so much better later, because your instincts were already leading you to believe something was wrong anyway. He just went on ahead and, fed your curiosity. He showed you the truth. Whether it was you need to cut ties with that family member, you need to seek another place of employment, you need that person really isn't your friend, you need to break up with that partner, they're not the one for you, and he may have showed you reasons why. He may have even showed you signs that you need to build a stronger relationship with him. All of those signs are signs, really, because I've realized through my life experiences that once we grow a stronger relationship with him, our discernment becomes stronger and we make better decisions. So just know that whatever you've gone through in the past is the past. It's over. You've overcome that. You're still here. Each day you wake up, new opportunity, new blessing from the Most High. Don't worry about the past. He's already forgiven you for it. It's time to move on. And don't connect yourself. And that brings me to another thing. A part of mistreatment and disrespect is someone continuously throwing your past up in your face, trying to make you feel bad. That is not a person of the Most High. They're not recognizing and acknowledging you on your change because they're too busy trying to make you feel bad about your past. No, that's discernment. That's a sign to let you know that that is not someone that you need in your life. I don't care who it is. Anyone that carries the love, grace, and mercy of God will be happy to see anyone trying to change themselves for the better. They will not continuously try and bring up their past to make them feel bad about themselves. That is the enemy dwelling inside of them, trying to keep you stuck in a place, to keep you from moving forward with God. Don't feed into that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything. Okay? Have enough faith in your Creator to know that He will provide for you. He will protect you. He will lead and guide you through darkness. The truth is, guys, we live in darkness. That's why God in our lives is a must, because He is the truth and light in our lives. The enemy is not going to tell you the truth. If anything, he will cover up the truth in order to keep you trapped in manipulation and deceit, in order for him to work through others and control you. Anything wicked or anyone is being controlled by a demonic spirit. It was just always hard for me to realize certain people were operating through demonic spirit. And that's when the Most High led me to realize that it's idolizing. When you refuse to see the iniquity in someone, the sinister ways of someone, even after God has shown you, you're idolizing that person. You're worshiping them. You're holding them to a standard so high that you're disregarding what the Most High God, your Creator, is even revealing about this person. And that is a sin. Idolizing is a sin. I realized I was holding certain people in my life over, to a standard so high that I was allowing myself to be deceived by them. We must never, especially when the Most High shows us the truth, we must never hold a person so high over iniquity, even when the Most High has shown us their evil ways. It's being revealed for a reason. There could be people that has hidden so many things from you, and then one day they just come right out and show you their true colors. That's the Most High. Yes, He's hardening their hearts enough to overpower their deceit and manipulation to just show you who they really are. We have to appreciate the grace and mercy that God places over our lives. Sometimes He can show us how a certain person is, and the first thing that we say is, well, I love them. Is it love? Or is it being trapped in deceit and manipulation? Is it being blind? Is it being mind controlled and deceived by the demonic spirit that lies within people that we're close to? And yes, you may honestly love this person, but under what terms? Deceit, manipulation, betrayal. Not under the terms of your motive, but theirs. It's not your intentions. But sometimes we give our time to the wrong people. We give too much credit to the wrong people. And it allows us to miss out on a lot of the blessings that the Most High has for us out of disobedience. Because see, once he's shown us something, it's on us. And if we don't follow in accordingly, we're being disobedient. And we will be punished for it. And the way people treat us sometimes is our punishment for being disobedient to God. Not using our discernment, not following the signs. Allowing certain people to stay around that shouldn't be around. Allowing us to treat people, allowing people to treat us ways that they shouldn't be allowed to get away with. But we haven't set any boundaries, so they know any boundaries when it comes to us. I realize that loving ourselves is having a relationship with God, because He's going to guide us in the direction in which we're supposed to be going. But when we allow others to mistreat us, even after the Lord has shown us, it means that we love them more than we love Him. The Lord is very jealous, and He does not like when we give others more time and love than we give Him. So yes, everything happens for a reason. Because no matter what we've all gone through in our lives, we all turn to the same place, to the same loving spirit. And that is the kingdom and spirit of God. Because He's the only way. No matter what we go through, we all turn to Him in the end. Because He's the only way. With that being said, we should never idolize. We should never let others control us, lead us in the wrong direction. We should never lead our lives without prayer. And we should always remain humble, stay accountable, and think before we speak and act. And I don't know who this is for, but I realize it's for me, but the Most High said this message is also for someone else. Stay silent around everyone. He wants you to remain silent. It doesn't mean you can't be in converse, but it's certain things he does not want you to say. It's certain things he does not want you to talk about. Although he wants you to spread truth and light, there's some things he, regarding what he has for you, even regarding certain things about certain people. He'll let you know when to speak and when not to speak. This has nothing to do with setting boundaries on how people treat you. Guys, I hope this video touched someone. I've been ranting for about over an hour now, and I don't think when I talk to you guys, I think about what I say. Well, I really speak from the spirit of my heart. I really just speak what I feel, because I have to have moments with you guys where we can relate to each other on a lot of things. I have to have a moment where we talk about things that may seem uncomfortable for some, because that's when you know it is a time for healing. That's when you know that the healing session is about to start. When we begin to address and face our fears and discuss things that we feel uncomfortable about and face things that we are uncomfortable with, that's when we begin to realize that the Lord is blessing us with the ability to heal from unfortunate situations in our lives. And this is a part of my healing therapy. When I talk to you guys, I feel so relieved and good when I talk to you guys. And I want to let you guys know that there's not a perfect way to present yourself. If there's anyone out there who's thinking about being a content creator or a public speaker or anything like that, and you feel like you don't have the communication skills and the right presentation, let me tell you something. The Lord is calling you to do it, and he will strengthen you. There's not a perfect way to present anything. I don't have the best editing skills or a perfect way that I present myself. I just present myself. I just come with truth and love. And I feel that that's all you need. People will gravitate. They will gravitate to your light. The people that's meant to gravitate to your light will gravitate to your light. Just trust in God's journey for you. Don't worry about anyone else. Don't compare your journey to anyone else's. Just trust in your journey with God, and he will lead you in the right direction. Guys, I want you to meditate on Psalms 95 this week. That is the hymn that I am meditating on this week. So I hope you guys do the same. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I really enjoyed talking to you guys. This is a long video. I know you guys, I hope you guys listen to it, but I would appreciate it if you even just listen to it, at least a little over a quarter of the video. I know I've read it a lot, but whatever love and support that I get from you guys, I appreciate it. It means a lot. Just know that. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I appreciate all the love and support. Continue to take care of yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Until the next video, peace and blessings. Mwah.